Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing the movie Boyhood. I know this is a few days late. I apologize. I kind of got busy on Friday, and I've had a lot of things going on the last week or so that have kept me from seeing this movie. Plus, last week there was nothing that came out that was significant. The only thing that came out was The Identical, which I don't even know what the fuck that is because I never got a fucking trailer for that thing. But apparently it's really bad, which kind of makes me intrigued to have how bad this movie fucking is, what it is to make it so bad. But I will not be seeing that fucking movie. Instead, I decided I wanted to go see the one movie that I've been hearing a lot about over the last couple months, and that is Boyhood. This movie has been getting unanimous praise by like almost everybody. Like, it's getting the best reviews of the year. Probably, it might have the best reviews of the year, honestly. It's like unanimous praise by critics. It's incredible. It was a movie that, when I got the trailer for it, I was not that greatly impressed by. I thought it had a cool concept in the fact that it was filmed over 12 years and had the same actors throughout the whole film. Like, the kid that you see in the movie grows up right before your very eyes. I thought that was kind of a cool concept that has never been done before, so I give them credit for that. But I didn't know whether this would transition well into a movie for me. It kind of just looked like a indie art house film that critics were just going to love to death just because it was filmed over 12 years and that's it. Also, one of the reasons why it took me so long to fucking watch this movie was that this movie is almost 3 hours fucking long. It's like close to 3 hours. And of course, to go see a movie like this, I would have to set aside a big chunk of my day just to fucking go see this film. It's it's like the length of like the last few Hobbit movies, for fuck's sake. I was kind of curious. I was kind of curious going in, like, how the fuck they can make a movie about a kid growing up almost 3 hours long and make it compelling. I was really convinced that they wouldn't be able to. And so, did I like it or did I hate it? I know I'm going to probably get a lot of shit for this. I know this is going to be one of the reviews I'm going to get a lot of shit for. I can see a lot of people give me some negative comments in the comments page. But I just thought this movie was okay. I didn't think it was that good as critics are making it out to be. I think this movie's a little over fucking rated. I apparently am in the minority, it looks like. I mean, it has a fucking 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's getting good reviews from fans, it looks like, too. But I'm the only one who thought this movie was just okay. There are good things about it. It's not a bad movie. It's not at all. I'm not saying it's a horrible movie or anything. I just don't get why this movie is getting as much praise as it is. There are things I can say. There are good things I can say about this movie. One is the acting. The acting is really well done. I think the three best performances are first from the kid. I forget what his name is. He's a newcomer. He does a pretty damn good job. He is pretty good as an actor. He's, for a first-time actor, I thought he did a pretty good job. He was kind of a relatable character for me because, honestly, a lot of the stuff that happened to him kind of happened to me when I was a kid, and some of the conversations he would have with people like his mom or his dad or his sister or his friends were kind of similar conversations that I had throughout my childhood. So, yeah, I could kind of relate to his character, which kind of made me like him even more. I also thought Patricia Arquette was really good. I thought she was the standout performance. She definitely carries this movie, as far as the adults go. She has a lot of emotional depth in this movie. I haven't seen her in a movie in a long time, but she's really good. And she's aged very fucking well too, by the way. Props to her, man. Ethan Hawke also is really good. He's not in the movie as much as I thought he would be. He just pops in and out like there'll be like 30 minutes of movie that he doesn't, like, he's not in after, like, there'll be like 30 minutes will go by in the movie and he will not be in it. And you're like, well, fuck, where the hell is Ethan Hawke? And the next thing you know, Ethan Hawke shows up and you're like, oh, there's Ethan Hawke. And he's like the coolest dad ever. So is Patricia Arquette. She's like the coolest mom ever. I mean, at one point the boy comes home from smoking pot and drinking, and he admits it to her. She's cool with it. That's a pretty cool mom. I mean, I gotta give her props. At the same time, I was like, at least he was honest with her and admitted that he actually smoked pot. If he didn't admit to doing it and she found out, she probably would have been pissed more. But most moms would probably be like, what the fuck are you doing smoking pot? Most of them would. I know my mom would be. The other thing, the one thing also I can give praise to is that a lot of the dialogue and a lot of the situations throughout this movie are really realistic. Like, I've had a lot of I found, like, that some of the conversations that are in this movie are some of the same conversations I had throughout my childhood. With my dad, either be with my dad, or my mom, or my friends, or whatever. I kind of saw the brother and sister, like, I kind of made comparisons between the brother and sister and me and my sister. Like, the way we would interact with each other was almost similar to the way that those two would interact with each other when they were younger. And the way their mom was flipping out on them, telling them to shut the fuck up, basically, was kind of like what my mom would do. Who, you know, my mom was a person that raised her kids on her own, where my dad was, we saw my dad basically every so often, so I could kind of relate to that, and I thought a lot of the portrayals of stuff like that was real realistic. I give that movie props. Also, the directing in this movie is really well done. There's no fucking doubt about it. I cannot complain anything really directing wise about this movie. Richard Linklater, I don't know if I'm saying his name right or wrong there, but he does a really good job. I knew that name from somewhere, and I was like, I can't remember what I've seen of his. He's the guy who's most famous for making Dazed and Confused and stuff like that. He's made some pretty good comedies. He's made a lot of different various movies over the years. But he's been around for a long time, and this was, I give him a hell lot of props for doing something like this. I mean, it is pretty awesome that they would do something like, you know, make a movie that covered a span of 12 years, using the same actors. I give him a hell lot of props. But where I don't like this movie is, one, this movie is way too fucking long. There is no reason whatsoever. Nobody can tell me, you know, if this. I want somebody to defend the length of this movie to me. Please, I beg you, tell me why the fuck this movie needed to be almost 3 hours long. I was halfway, about an hour and a half into this movie, I was fucking bored. I was bored to tears. I just couldn't take it anymore. I just, like, kind of gave the fuck up. Like, an hour and a half, maybe even before that, I was like, oh my fucking god. Like, there is no story structure. It's just random events happening throughout this kid's life, and random people just popping in and out, and not really giving much character development. I know this is supposed to just show you what childhood is like, but at least have something of a fucking story structure, people, as there really isn't a fucking story structure. And also, this movie just fucking ends. Like, the movie ends, I'm like, the movie's over? Fuck, alright. I was like, I never thought the fucking movie would end by that point. It's seriously, it's like, I felt like this movie was longer than like almost every fucking Lord of the Rings or Hobbit movies. It felt longer, and at least those movies had something going on. Like, half the time, like, I was just sitting there, like, it's just random conversations, random shit happening. This movie, there's so much shit that could have been cut out. There's so much shit, this movie could have been edited down easily into, like, a 2-hour movie, and it would have been fucking fine. I know it was covered a span of 12 years, but fuck's sake, there was no reason for, just because of that, to make it 3 hours. You can still cut, there's plenty of shit they could have cut out. I mean, there are just pointless shit throughout this whole movie, like, the fact, like, every so often, the movie has to remind you of, like, what year it is, what year you're seeing at that current point. Like, at one point, there's Ethan Hawke with the kids at the bowling alley talking about the Iraq War, so it's gotta be 2003. Then one point, kids are playing Xbox, and they're playing Halo 2, so it has to be like 2005. So, and then at one point, they're going to the Harry Potter. No joke. This scene is verbatim, what I'm about to tell you. There's a scene where they go to the midnight release of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. They get a book, a copy of the book, and then the scene ends. What? Like, and then it just goes to something else. Like, why the fuck did it had to be in there? Why? There's no... I know, like, somebody said it's supposed to be like a documentary of a person's life. Fine, make a fucking documentary then. Like, don't make it a fucking real movie. Like, try to make it a movie. God damn it. Like, even in a fucking documentary you wouldn't show that. Like, that's something that would be cut out easily. And then, so that had to be 2005 again. And then, randomly, like, a couple scenes later, they're putting Obama... Biden signs in people's yards just because it's just to tell you it's 2008. I just, oh my god, I didn't. It drove me fucking nuts. They stopped doing that after a while. Like, keep referencing stuff to remind you. I'll give them that. At least they stopped doing that. But at the same time, it's no excuse for this movie to be fucking 3 hours. Also, I keep hearing everybody talk about the acting in this movie, and it, for the most part, it is good. But there are some questionable parts of acting in this movie. There were some laugh-out-loud moments that weren't supposed to be laugh-out-loud moments for me. Particularly the daughter in this movie. I thought she was pretty bad in a lot of parts, especially when she was the younger version of her. I swear she was just reading off cue cards half the fucking time, and her line delivery seemed like she was just being fed lines and just reading them off like fucking verbatim, and that's it. Not even really showing fucking much emotion. I mean, I know she's a child actress, but there's fucking better child actresses out there that do that. So again, some of the child actors are the other child actors that pop up here and there throughout the movie have some questionable performances here and there. I'm the only one who thinks this, because I keep hearing how great the acting is in this movie by everybody. Also, the one moment that actually made me laugh that I wasn't supposed to be laughing at was the scene where the drunk stepdad, they're at the dinner table, and he starts throwing glass and stuff at the kids, basically. I mean, that wasn't funny, but at one point, like, right before he leaves, he's like, "I hate peas!" And he just walks away, and I'm like, alright. It's like, that was pretty fucking funny. It's like, he just hates, I don't think it was peas, but it was something like, and you're just sitting there like, that was fucking hysterical. I was like, I laughed at it. I don't know why I laughed at it. It was like, just this line delivery. It was like, I think Patricia Arquette has a scene also where like a couple scenes later where it's kind of funny. Like it's like you're not taking I'm taking my kids. Like it's supposed to be a really serious scene, but I started laughing. Like I was like, I don't know why. It's like I said, there are parts of this movie that just I think people are just giving it a pass. I'm trying to think what else. Those really are my two main complaints about this movie. Mainly, fucking the length of this movie should have been shortened, way fucking shortened. There was no reason for this fucking movie to be 3 hours, almost 3 hours. I seriously want somebody to defend it for me. Please, in the comments, defend the length of this movie. Be my guest. Again, if you love this movie, great. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I think this movie, what happened with this movie is that people are giving it praise mainly just because of the idea that they shot it over 12 years. And it's something that's never been done before. And they don't want to be a dick and just, not give it praise. So they're just giving it praise for just that. And that only. I don't know why this movie does not deserve a fucking 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. I am fucking sorry. I know I'm a fucking asshole for doing this, but saying that, but whatever. Again, I didn't hate the movie, alright? I didn't hate it. I thought it was okay, maybe it was just not my thing, I guess. Maybe that's one of those things that might just not been my thing, honestly. As far as trailers go, I got a lot of independent film trailers, which most of them were all really good, so no problem there. The Theory of Everything, which I've been meaning to find, I was hoping I would get this trailer eventually. It's the movie about Stephen Hawking, who my mother, for fuck's sake, doesn't know who Stephen Hawking is. I hope there's not many. I hope she's not one of those. I hope that's not a thing in the society that people don't know who fucking Stephen Hawking is. I hope I'm not the only one who does know who Stephen Hawking is. And it's basically about his, him going to Harvard it's Princeton, I believe, and him meeting his future wife, and then getting the disorder. That neurological disorder, I forget what, that causes him to basically be paralyzed and not be able to talk anymore. And it could be a really good movie, but it also could be really sad to watch. Hector in the Search of... the other trailer I got was Hector in the Search for Happiness. Simon Pegg. Looks like a little bit more of a serious role while also being Simon Pegg. And it looked... I like Simon Pegg. It's got Rosamund Pike, the girl was in The World's End and has been in a lot of movies with him. And the movie, it looked pretty funny. He's basically going around the world just trying to find what makes people happy. Basically, he's like a psychologist, I think, if I remember right. Like, just going around the world trying to see what makes people happy, and it's supposed to be kind of a comedy. And a drama. The Skeleton Twins, basically, you got, who's it, Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig, brother and sister. Bill Hader is gay, which, that's kind of weird. Kind of funny on it. That kind of makes me intrigued to watch. I'm not a fan of Kristen Wiig right now. Maybe it could be pretty good. I don't know. I'm going to give it a chance. Maybe it will be really good. Whiplash, which it's a movie about a kid goes to musical school and his teacher is fucking J.K. Simmons, who's fucking crazy as fuck. Like, J.K. Simmons looks like he's gonna be fucking phenomenal in this movie. Like, he's the biggest asshole of a fucking music teacher I've ever fucking seen. Like, this could be great. I've never seen J.K. Simmons do a role like this. It's usually really funny, but he's really fucking frightening in the trailer. Like, he's really intimidating as shit in that trailer. So that could be kind of fun to watch. Laggies was another trailer I got, which is Keira Knightley, befriend, like, basically moves out of her boyfriend's house because he can ask her to marry him, and she's basically turns him down, and basically moves in with Chloe Grace Moretz and her dad, people that she just basically randomly meets Chloe Grace Moretz and gives her alcohol and just moves in. Okay. Like, alright, fuck it. And she learns to be independent, or I don't fucking know, whatever. Anyways, that's something. It could be alright. It's got a bunch of people I like in it, but I don't care too much for it. It doesn't look that good. And the last trailer I got was Birdman. This is a trailer I've been wanting to get for a while. I've been hearing a lot of good things about this for the last couple months. It's Michael Keaton getting a comeback role, it looks like, which I'm all fucking for, because I love Michael Keaton. He's one of the most underrated actors out there. He's getting a lot of praise for this movie lately. He basically plays a washed up actor who formerly played a superhero, which is kind of funny, but I would never call Michael Keaton washed up by any means, who tries to make his own Broadway play, and his ego kind of gets in the way of the making of it, and he kind of goes fucking crazy, and he's running around in his underwear for some fucking reason. It's Michael Keaton running around in his underwear acting fucking crazy. That's the only way I can really describe the fucking trailer, because he is in his underwear half the fucking trailer, and you know what? I can get behind that. It's like Michael Keaton looks like he's gonna be fucking a blast. He's gonna be a blast in this movie. So honestly, I'm there for that. I'm hoping my theater gets that. I've been hearing really good things about it. Yeah, but I guess that's about it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with No Good Deeds, which I'm kind of worried about because there's no reviews out there right now for that film, which is never a good thing. So hopefully this movie isn't that bad. It did look good, so I don't know. Maybe maybe the trailers are really misleading. But until then, I'll see you guys later.